What's up, guys? So today we're putting back the Colorado engine, and BJ isn't here yet, so what he doesn't know is we painted the block, the oil pan, timing cover, and the intercooler pipe pink, like hot pink. So it's gonna be really funny so we can get his reaction when he comes and shows up to see what we've done.
Now that's a fucking badass pink.
Spray it.
Spray it. No prep. Hope it dries.
This is not okay. This is what happens when you leave your boys with your shit.
He doesn't know.
He wasn't ready.
Now we're doing this card slice. I got gun skills.
Randy, you're not out of paint yet?
Okay, so he just got here, so we're waiting to see what his reaction when he comes in.
You bastard. Oh, Jesus.
Alright, so I got all of these done. I'm going to just show you the last one here. The snap ring holds the wrist pin in place. There's a little groove inside here that we got to snap it in. It's really not that hard to do. It's just kind of tricky. Get it snapped in. Grab the wrist pin. Then I'm pretty sure that the notches on the rod right here go towards the intake. And the intake would be up here on this side. So we're gonna put it together like that. I'm waiting for machine shop to text me back to see if I'm right, which I'm probably wrong. And then once you slide it through, just put the new snap ring in, make sure it's in, and we're good. Now to put the rings on. All right, so we're gonna start, this is the oil collector ring, I think it's called. So we're gonna start with putting that on. You're gonna make sure that it's butted up correctly. Then the scraper rings for the oil. And this is the second compression ring. And you see the marking right here. You gotta make sure that goes up, because there's a certain way that these rings go on. Because it's got a little tiny ridge you probably can't see. That has to go down. And then the top compression ring we're gonna put in when we go to put it in each cylinder, because we have them gapped per cylinder, because one of the cylinders was a little bit bigger, so we just gapped everything probably around 19 thousandths per every cylinder for the top ring and 25 on the second. Okay, so got all the pistons in. Now next step would be, let's put the heads on, then the lifter valley cover, and probably oil pan and then be able to drop it in. All right, so we decided to go with 243 heads instead of the 862s just to get a little bit more airflow out of them. Fresh back from the machine shop with titanium retainers, dual valve springs, all that. So just set it on here just like that. And now we just got to torque it. Okay, so the torque sequence for the ARP head studs is right here and all that. But it says final torque 70. I think maybe I might do 90 just to hold the heads down. So, what do you think of the pink oil pan?
Pink sexy, like Barbie.
Don't scratch it.
I know.
Jesus. Hey, what are you doing?
Putting the AC on?
You can't have AC on a race truck.
It's too hot. We need AC.
Okay, so we're almost ready to get it put in. We're gonna install the turbo manifold on this side because it's easier to get in while we set the engine in because of the strut tower being so close. And we're gonna use GM original metal header gaskets because we tried the aftermarket ones that were like the mesh type, the graphite kind, and it kept blowing out. And we found out that like these are like the best ones to use. All right, so we got this this side manifold on. The new spark plugs put in. We had a lot of issue with this spark plug because of the header wrap that's put on it. We couldn't get a spark plug socket on it. So I was actually able to use a 5/8 half-inch drive deep well 12-point socket to get it to fit in there just enough in order to tighten it. So now it's time to put it in the truck. Okay, so we're getting ready to put it back in. One of the things we almost forgot was the flywheel, which kind of would have sucked if we got it back in with no flywheel. So just make sure if you do something like this, you make sure you got the flywheel on before you stick it back in the truck. Okay guys, so we got the motor back in. Wasn't that much of a struggle, but I think we're gonna be pretty much done for the day. So until then, I'll see you again.
It loves cold weather.